Welcome to Twisted Reviews.
I'm back again with another review of Murder on the Orient Express.
Murder on the Orient Express.
This is, I think, the third adaptation of this. I think I've probably only seen... I'm not sure. I think I may have only seen one of them. But yeah, let's jump right into this. First off, this film, I feel like, got a lot of hate too. Like, it was... because I think I read online someone said it was a dud, which no, I don't agree with it. This film had an all-star cast, you know, even some of my favorites were in it. Michelle Pfeiffer, Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Judi Dench, you know, a lot of, and even Johnny Depp, another favorite of mine. Like Depp, I wish we got to see more of him in this film. We only got to see him for probably like the first 30 minutes. I'm not trying to give anything away. That's a little spoiler. I hope it didn't, you know, make you not want to go see it. I don't think it's that big of a spoiler. A lot of people that I've talked to about this movie actually saw that comment before they saw the movie. So yeah, but like, you know, he did good for as much as we saw him. That was pretty cool to see him in the movie again. And Kenneth Branagh, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. He played the detective that was trying to solve the murder case on the train. He did a great job. I can't wait to see more of him. He's very talented. He kept my attention from beginning to end. Really, really good for his craft. Michelle Pfeiffer, what can I say about her? She did amazing in this. She never really disappoints either. She's usually puts on some good performances. Ridley really stood out to me. She didn't like say a lot in this movie, but I feel like her mannerisms, body language, and her facial features really said it all. Like her atmosphere, the tone that she presented in this movie really stood out to me. Her body language and demeanor spoke for her. The reason this movie, a lot of people were saying that the writing was all over the place. I don't think it was the writing. It was like when you're sitting there, you have to kind of pay attention. You have to really pay attention to every single detail, because each person on that train is linked to the main story one way or the other. They're all linked. Like they've crossed paths with the main story that they're talking about, which is the murder, you know. The main story, which is not the murder, but why the murder happened. All this is connected. Like, I feel like the trailer actually made that clear, but I guess a lot of people didn't. I guess they didn't like completely get what they were trying to do, and it's very sad. I think if you saw it once and didn't get it, you should go see it again, or wait till it comes out for rent or on DVD. I think you'll really understand it. It might take a few times. The direction to this had to be a little difficult because you're putting piece by piece by piece by piece by piece together. Even writing the screenplay had to be a little trifling, because like I've written my own screenplays, and there's one I'm actually wanting. There's a horror movie that I'm actually going to start getting prepared to actually make. That had a lot of flashbacks that I had to literally keep the flow going. I had to keep the pieces together, or I was trailing off into another tangent, if that's the word to use. But if I didn't, you know, keep my mind focused, it would have been a disaster writing the screenplay, because you have to keep focused on the main story, or you'll trail off. That's the problem, I think, with a lot of stuff like flashbacks and films that are puzzle pieces when you're writing it, because you have to kind of like, okay, what's her connection? Then you got to go back to the main story. It's a mess, and you have to keep it together. And if you keep it together, you'll come out with something good, like a good product. Final thoughts. Like, I don't care what people say. I like this movie, but I guess a lot of people didn't. That's fine. That's fine. Not some movies aren't for everybody. It just saddens me that a lot of people are just not liking a lot of the movies. I felt like this year, I've seen a lot of movies this year already. I've probably seen somewhere around 30 to 40 so far this year. And I've got a lot to see from now until next year. So, which there'll be a lot of more reviews coming. I hope that dies down a little bit, because there have been good movies, and I feel like a lot of people are missing out on these good movies. It's not fair that these people put their heart and soul and millions upon millions of dollars into these projects just for people to shit on them. That's not fair. I understand if you don't like something. That's the beauty of how the human race, how the world works. You know, somebody likes this, somebody like, it's like food. Like, don't like tacos, some people do. That's just the way life is. That's the way the world works. But, like, you know, don't trash film. Please don't trash it. I mean, if you don't like something, I respect your opinion, but do not trash it. So yeah, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you go see it, and I really encourage you to go see it. I highly recommend it. Just go in with an open mind, and that's that's my motto. Go in with a very open mind on film. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you on the next review.